Well, hello, folks. It's Kiahar here. I hope you are all doing well. It has been quite a bit since I last did a vlog. So I just thought I would come on today to do a quick vlog to say hi to you, my viewers, and to give you all an update on what's been happening with me in the past few months or so. Sadly, just last week, as my maternal family, we had a bereavement. My grandmother's youngest brother, my uncle Patrick James, but we called him Uncle Nadger, passed away aged 77 of vascular dementia. Uh, so it has been a bit of a tough time for the family, but we have to give thanks to God that Uncle Nadger had a good life and that he is at peace now, and I pray that God has welcomed him home to his heavenly Jerusalem. I've been doing different things over the past few days, like trying to learn new skills each day, doing quite a bit of researching. I have been doing a life coaching course, which an online life coaching course, and studying life coaching, like, where you can be authentic, and like it helps for you in your own mind to realize that there is always an alternative to positivity rather than negativity. So I've been learning quite a lot on this course, such as when you think that thoughts are only thoughts, you have the power in that to change whatever thought you have in your head. They do not belong to you. You can change it. And it has been quite beneficial for me with my own struggle with mental health. And I actually recently have just been signed up to my new doctor's practice, and I have been started on new medication for depression, as since the last 6 months of my father's death, it has been quite tough for me. So unfortunately, my previous medication stopped working, so I changed over to my new medication, and I am now on the route to recovery, and thankfully things are doing good for me, and I just take it one day at a time and take step by step, as they say. Excuse the hoarseness of my voice. I have been run down with a chest infection this past couple of days again. My 6th chest infection that I've had this year. Oh gosh, but but things have been going in the right direction for me. And I just taking it each day as it comes, as they say. So, I would like to talk to you about, you know, the way these days it can be very hard to trust people. Sadly, it has come across where I can no longer trust any of my loved ones, as they are gossipers, and I find that they like to seek my business but tell me none of their business. So, like, you have to be reciprocal in good relationships with your family, and trust each other, and that unfortunately is not what I can do at this present moment. But I just have to get up and get on with it. I live here alone, as you know, in my apartment with my now 4 dogs: Cookie, Bobo, Lottie, and Lola. You can hear Cookie walking around, and Lottie is on my knee here as we speak, and Lola is on the sofa. I'm not sure where Bobo is. I think he's somewhere anyway. I don't know where he is, but yeah, I've been keeping myself busy, definitely. Just taking one step at a time, not overdoing things, and just taking it easy and gently, and not to overthink is what I'm being taught in life coaching. So, yeah, and I was considering a move recently. This apartment that I live in, it's a bungalow type apartment. Bungalows in here in Northern Ireland aren't really built any longer, and the ones that are built are for, people who have quite a lot of money on them. Like, I am under council accommodation, that would be known as in the US housing executive, known in the UK. So I was considering a swap quite recently for another apartment just out on the outskirts of my city in the what's known as the Gallia area. So I got in touch with these people that were looking for a swap to swap me for my location, and I considered swapping for their location. And I brought the people here. They were nice. I made them tea. We had a good chat. And the man says he loved this flat and he would love to take it and everything else. And according to me, they seemed very nice people. Then, about 2 days later, I went down and viewed that apartment. Sadly, the maintenance in it was not just in the right state for me. And an acquaintance, sorry, I'll get to that in a moment. As I looked round the apartment, it was like, that it wasn't used and it wasn't given the TLC that it should have been given. And I kind of, from that, lost heart and wanting to do the swap. And And then, so an acquaintance then who I got in touch with by accident, told me that their partner was offered that same flat and was looking for a swap as well. And the people that told me about the apartment that I was considering swapping for, they says, oh, the neighborhood's great. It's all elderly people. They look after you and so on. And, you know, and when you move in, the lady says, we'll keep in touch and we know you'll be far out of town. So the man's partner that was wishing to swap with me for this flat. And literally 3 days after I viewed the flat, I got some very disturbing news that the man that was looking to swap me for my apartment for his that he never used in the Gallia area was sent to prison for molestation to a 4-year-old child. I was absolutely disgusted when I found that out, that I actually was in company of a pedophile. Good Lord. And I'm thankful now that the swap did not succeed, because I am finding alternatives to be able to stay here. My housing association says they're going to help me with a few needs that I need, that I am possibly going to get a back door in my master bedroom where I sleep, so I can get in and out to my backyard. I have a bit of a backyard here in this apartment, but I've no back door. So, which means I have to go out my front door and take a walk round my fence and then into my gate and out into my gas meter. My gas meter is based out in the my backyard area, where I top up my heating for the house and for hot water and so on. And it is quite difficult at times when I am sore, as I have spoken about my pain in the past. I have a diagnosis of fibromyalgia and arthritis, so it is kind of hard for me to walk about that distance right round into the backyard and into the gas meter. So let's hope just the alternatives will work and we will take it from there. I hope that I will get the back door in soon, and that'll be a good help. And yeah, so yeah, things have been going in good direction, despite my great uncle's passing last week. But things have been going all good with me, and just trying to keep my head above water and do what I have to do. Yeah, and talking about pain, I have been getting a lot of pain from my neck, and it has been going into both my shoulders on each side. And I had been to the physiotherapist recently in my GP practice, who says I could be developing rheumatoid arthritis in my disc, which travels into the spinal cord, and it is quite painful. Uh, I have lost a lot of sleep over it, but they've given me medication that has helped quite a bit, but still, the pain is always there. Uh, but it can help, the pain relief can help to a certain extent. Um, and unfortunately, I have to be careful what I can take, as I had ended up in hospital once in 2022. We are unsure whether it was vaccine injury, COVID vaccine injury, or a link to some of the medications I was on. So my GP is quite weary about what they can prescribe me, because my heart was beating too fast at one stage on medication for pain and medication for anxiety. In the UK and here in Northern Ireland where I live, the most common medication that is prescribed for anxiety is beta blockers known as propranolol, if you've heard of it. But propranolol is mainly only used for high blood pressure and a speeding heart. No, people with bad heart conditions. Thanks be to thee, O God, that I have had my heart checked, and I have always assured that my heart is strong, that it was only side effects of medication that caused irregular heartbeats. So sadly, I cannot have propranolol for anxiety. So that is why my GP has to be careful in what I am prescribed. And I try to turn to like different alternatives as well to be taking intoxicating medication. I don't want to be sitting all for the next 40 years, 50, whatever long I live, take intoxicating medication for pain. I have, as I've done a vlog before, I've been taking a lot of herbal remedies, and I've cut down a lot of caffeine in my diet. I drink red bush tea, which is a caffeine-free tea, but it is just like the taste of normal tea. You can add your milk, your sugar into it. It's quite good and it's quite healthy. I try my best, even though I hate it, to cook at least 3 meals a week. May it be a stew, may it be a pasta dish, or may it be a fry. And then my auntie Kathleen is going to show me how to do a pork loin roast sometime, I think in the next week, in her oven in my grandmother's house. So I want to learn how to cook better meals for myself, and to, monitor a good diet and so on, so I can keep good, fit, and healthy despite my minor ailments and so on. So that's what my mind is focused on at the present moment, and I can say I'm doing quite well, and I hope yous are all well too. And I will end the vlog now, and it was good to get doing a vlog again after so long. and I hope you are all doing very well. And until our next conversation, take care.